Here's a horrific story of interest. And before I start, I'd like to say my condolences and respect and prayers to the families of those that have to suffer these tragedies. 29 recruits have died while training to become police officers. And they're raising the question, you know, is the training program too rigorous, or as a people, are outside of good physical conditioning and, the products of bad food, bad dieting, and poor lifestyle. I mean, this is terrible. Let's go to one episode. Ronald Donat's long-term dream of becoming a police officer was in jeopardy. The 41-year-old struggled to stand after completing a flurry of push-ups, sprints, and pull-ups in the notoriously grueling start of the physical training that recruits call Hell Day. You are deleted. Classmates recall Sergeant B rating Donat, ordering him to sit on the concrete at the suburban Atlanta Police Academy. Donat, a Haitian immigrant, on his third attempt to land a law enforcement job, assured instructors he wasn't giving up at the will to fight. Man, he managed to get off the ground and rejoin his recruits in the bear crawl exercise, but he soon went limp. 100 minutes after training began that October 2021 morning, he was passed, according to the records obtained by the Associated Press. He's among 29 recruits who passed during basic training at law enforcement academies around the country. So this is not an isolated incident somewhere in the backwoods or in a great city. This is all around the country. Most were deceased by exertion, going back to what I just said. Maybe our physical conditioning, is off, especially what's going on in the gym classes nowadays. Dehydration, heat stroke, and other conditions tied to intense exercise. Gotta put into perspective what is intense exercise. For some, 20 push-ups is intense, while others, 50, you're just breezing through. You get to that 100 mark, then it starts to feel intense. So it all depends on your perspective. On the first day of training, like Donat, others pass several weeks in, sometimes after suffering trauma during boxing or use of force drills, which is more small arm, small combat skills. Okay, you have to be able to know how to block, the knife block, leg sweep, arm bar. You got to know certain things, like judo tactics, to try to be able to subdue the person, that you're attempting to subdue, capture. And collapsing during high stakes timed runs on hot days. Now that could be, very excruciating. The exertion of that is really high. If you don't drink enough water and you don't have enough lung capacity, that could really affect you. So, just like anything, you definitely got to stretch before you do these workouts, and you have to be cognizant of what your physical abilities are. You go see a physician, you get yourself checked out before you even start this stuff. Experts and police advocates were surprised by AP's findings based on an extensive review of lists of law enforcement deaths in every state, workplace safety records, and news reports, and said many of the passings were preventable. No federal agency or outside organization comprehensively tracks recruit passings, unlike officers who are unalived in the line of duty. So, just the mere fact there's no research teams or outside agencies to gauge what's going on after these or during these events, we don't really know the true numbers. But right now, that's on the AP's findings, the Associated Press findings. It's 29 of these individuals. And like I started, we wish their family members and their friends a great deal of respect. Definitely condolences and prayers. This is the Sunspot. Be well, everyone, and be safe. So this has me cracking up. Peep the steez on this. Jamaican drug lord, dealer, avoids deportation after pledging to only smoke cannabis and not sell it in the Independent. The chick, my man named Sean Rickford McLeod. Yo, if that's not from yard, I don't know what to tell you. He appealed his deportation, claiming it would breach his human rights. Okay? He said he only smoked the thing, only smoke a spliff, and I tension, I sell it. 40 years old, Rickford McLeod came to Britain 2000, was issued a deportation order after being jailed for 3 years and 4 months for 3 counts of supplying Class A drugs. He appealed the decision on the grounds that it would breach his rights to a family life under Article 8 of the European Convention. You gotta know your laws, right? And he did it. Congratulations, homie.